in studio, we have a very interesting panel. With me, of course, Siti Muga is here, and he's going to be helping me have this conversation with Mheshimiwa Honorable Kimani Ngunjiri and Dr. Festo Fadamula. The conversation this particular morning is going to be around the political regrouping that we're currently seeing, and of course the road to 2027 as far as the general election is concerned. So, gentlemen, welcome to Radio Generation.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And I'll start with you, Mheshimiwa. At least Dr. Festo tumekuwa naye hapa, amekuwa na nafasi ya kuongea kwa hii studio before. So acha nianze na wewe. In terms of the political landscape and what we are seeing right now, people have got different theories as to what is happening. We have a lot of regrouping. We are seeing even the opposition is trying to, sieve something, or rather not sieve, but really sow something and bring it to the front. According to you, what are you predicting in terms of, first of all, what we are seeing between President Ruto and former Prime Minister Raila Odinga in terms of their coalition? And of course, Raila said that he's going to be supporting the president till the very end in 2027. In terms of just that particular partnership, what are you seeing?
Well, the politics we are seeing, it is normal. I started with Moi, I came with Kibaki, I was with Uhuru, and now we are with Ruto. These adjustments are there in politics all the time. It's just like when you get a child, they reach somewhere, then there's a teething problem, and that's where we are now, in the teething problem, where now the child must have a lot of heat in the body, sweating, diarrhea, those things. That's where we are now, because we are almost to election now. So when we are almost to election, people start looking at the alignment, where they can go, where they can fit, and also they look at what is their region saying, because also politics go in the region. See what is the region saying, what is the strongest party on their end, where they come from, and they just start doing adjustment. And there's no permanent enemy and friend in politics.
Friendship, yes.
You be friend today. When you reach somewhere, you see now, okay, I have to leave this guy so I can survive myself. It's about the politics is about survival. It's political about interest. Survival. It's about interest. What are your people saying? What do they think? If you want to be elected, you must be very flexible with saying adjustment and also listening. What are your people saying? I think that's where we are for now, and people should not be surprised for people shifting from here to going there. I don't want to say the name of politician because of one of them, but they are very interesting people.
No, I will mention some names here, and we'll talk about DCP leader Gachagua. We saw sometime in April, you decided to probably, charter your own course.
Yes.
In regards to, of course, your own, like you've mentioned it, your political survival. Maybe you can also tell us what that is all about.
Well, when we talk about the Gachagua, the famous Wamunyoro, I was with him from the word go, and I'm the one who actually pushed him to be the deputy president. I was with him throughout. And of course, it is somewhere. Somebody must see what is going on. And I saw that maybe the way he is saying that he is a truthful person,
yes,
I came to see he is not a truthful person. I saw the things he is doing. He's not doing it in the right way. The reason is, just as you have heard, that I've been in politics for long, president. The people of Mlima, they had how many? They had 8 ministers. They had 17 PS, and he is the deputy. They had the inspector general. They had the leader of the majority in the parliament. They had the general, the mkubwa wa majeshi. And in the MP on Kenya Kwanza, if you separate the MPs with the parties which came together, they had the majority. So you can't get the reason, if you are reasonable, why he is trying to go out and take his tribe from the government. And when you assess properly, we had about 60%. So it is about his interest. He did not get his interest right the way he wanted, but it's not the community.
And this enlightenment you got in April this year.
Yes. So you can see he is trying to chat forward about his own interests. I cannot talk more because I'm also mzee. Mambo ingine na ficha kidogo. Lakini I know deeper inside which made me see that no, the way he's going. And again now he just went more again on the tribal line. Because me, I'm born in Rift Valley. I'm born in all tribes. You know, my brother here knows. We stay with all tribes in Nakuru. And that's where I was born myself. So when you start now putting a tribe of Milima Kando from the other people, I cannot be happy about it because I want to stay with all tribes. The tribalism is the worst thing. It's the worst cancer in the life of a human being. If you start thinking about your tribe and putting as priority fighting the others, then started now saying 47 shares, or I don't know what. And we are all Kenyans. After election, yes, you know what you got. Already, you know what you got, the minister, you know what you got where. But he started saying the minister, he's structuring the ministers. You are 8. The president had 2 only from Rift Valley. He had 8. He started telling them, you must listen at me. If it's not me, you could not be. You could not be there. So listen at me. Any employment, any tender, I have to say. So now they started quarreling and giving a lot of problem to the president and to the Kenyans. And that's why we ended now. Now, the people of Milima, they are also now saying they are Milima. I've seen people now again, and we know them, saying sisi, tuko pahali fulani, sisi kama kwenye ni Wakamba, tuko Wakamba, kiongozi wetu ni huyu. Haya, huku wanasema Matiang'i, ni Kisii huyo ndio wetu. Haya, Western wanasema hii. This is not good for Kenyans. Because all of us, yes, we did not apply to be born a Luo, a Kikuyu, what, but God gave us those names, but we have to manage to stay together. Because every tribe has its own gift to the country. We have to stay together.
I'd like to hear Dr. Festo's input as far as tribal politics is involved, because he has rightly put it, former DP Gachagua is vehemently campaigning for Mulima, as I would put it. And we've seen it happening. And when he was in the States, actually I think he's currently still there, he was told by some young fellows there that, look, you probably need to change the narrative because you have oversold this whole Mulima issue. What do you think about that?
Thank you very much. I think you have a problem with my second name, Fadamula.
Fadamula. No, I'll get it. But Dr. Festo is yours, right?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yes.
I think the issue of tribe and how we use it in politics and in life in Kenya is a very historical issue. Because if you look at independence, I think there are certain tribes that consider themselves as having fought very hard for independence and gained it, and actually they gained power earlier than any other tribe. And if you look at our history, those tribes are the ones that have always been very vocal. The Kikuyu, the Luo, a bit of Luya, and I think those are, and the Costarians. I think those have always been the most vocal. And looking at what Gachagua is doing right now is something that did not start today. If you look at the fight before independence, between Jomo Kenyatta and Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, it started emerging that people were grouping themselves into tribes. But I think Gachagua's grievance is that he worked very hard for this government, according to him, and even according to us who saw what he was doing. And I think he expected a lot. And when the government started, I think what we expected he didn't get. But other people got what they expected. If you look at Tangula and Mudavadi, they negotiated for 30%. Okay, they didn't get 30%, but at least Tangula is the speaker, Mudavadi is the prime cabinet secretary. Kingi negotiated for speaker of Senate, and he got it. And Gachagua must have negotiated for certain things. And I think he talked about them. He talked about a lot about them. The only problem with him is that he didn't negotiate like Musalia or Tangula. He went there with good faith. And now what is emerging is that good faith does not work in politics.
Are you suggesting that he was shortchanged?
If you look at the way he campaigned and what he talks about, then probably you can argue that he was shortchanged. You can argue he was shortchanged. And I think if you look at you might say that he's overdoing it.
Right.
You might say he's overdoing it. But if you look at what Natembeya is doing right now, he's talking about Luyas. Don't
Tawe.
you think? Tawe.
Right.
Don't you think he's also beginning to overdo it? And saying Luyas have been shortchanged. They are the watchmen. They are the house girls. They are the grave diggers. They have been shortchanged. It's time now Luyas got their share and sit at the main table. Soon people start saying that he's also mirroring what Gachagua is doing. If you look at the way Raila operates, even the negotiations he makes in government, most of the share ends up in his backyard, right? So all these people, if you look at the Oluyas, they are complaining that they voted for Ruto to a man, or in major numbers. But now projects are being taken to Raila's backyard,
Right.
who never voted for Ruto. And if maybe Gachagua looks at something like that, then he says, after fighting so much for this government, how come now everything is being taken somewhere else? So it is a delicate balance when you look at it. But tribe has always been part of us from independence. We have lived with it, only that we need to refine it. How do we modernize tribe to help us develop rather than keep on fighting along tribal lines?
City, yesterday when we hosted Kasmuel here, we more or less posted a similar question, because the Gen Z movement that started last year, now that became Gen Zote, they are trying to run away from that whole tribal division, whereby we are saying Wakamba this, Wakikuyu that, Waluya this. I don't know. From what the two gentlemen have said, what do you deduce?
You know, there's always a dichotomy between what you say and what the truth is. None of us knows what Gachagua negotiated with the president. We don't really know. So when he says he was shortchanged, what was he shortchanged in? Because unless he articulates specifically what it is that he was supposed to be given, that he wasn't given, we cannot understand the shortchanging. That's number one. Number two, the discussion around tribes and tribalism and politics in this country is often a false discussion. We don't have a tribal problem in this country.
What do we have?
We have politicians who use tribe to help their own interest and to create the illusion that we have a problem with each other. The problem that exists, if you look carefully, are between individuals. The problem that was there between Jaramogi and Kenyatta was not a problem between the Luos and the Kikuyus. It was a problem between Jaramogi and Kenyatta. We don't know what they had agreed on. But clearly there was a difference in what they had agreed on, and Jaramogi decided he was going to form KPU. Okay? He formed KPU, and very many things changed after. Where the problem arose is this. When you fall out with somebody who is the president, the people who belong to your backyard are affected directly. Many people who had been in government who came from Jaramogi's backyard lost government jobs. You actually pushed out. People who are not pushed out, you are in a certain position, you would not be promoted. It is a consequence. It is an outcome. The problem did not start between the two communities. The problems began between the two individuals. The politician knows he survives because his job application is to the people so that they can vote him in. So he brings them into his quarrel. But he never quite brings them into what they have agreed on at the beginning. We only hear of what they have agreed on when they have disagreed.
So Mheshimiwa, again, I'll ask you, because we have now seen, even in the opposition, we have Kalonzo representing the Kamba community. We have Martha Karua representing the Kikuyu community, or women for that matter. We also have Matiang'i representing, Kisi, and a couple of others. I'm forgetting them right now. And of course, the DCP leader, Gachagua, him is saying that, look, we have not decided on a front runner yet. We are going to decide, but I am the best of the best if we have to boil down to an individual. I feel like there's a disconnect there, because the very people they are wishing to rule over or to oversee in terms of governance, they're telling them, we are not interested in what Kikuyus are going to bring on the table or Kisis are going to bring to the table. As we just want good governance. Yes. So where Is it that they're not listening, or they're not, they don't care for now, they'll start caring towards election date, or what? I don't know, according to you, in your opinion.
Well, my brother have just said it here. It's about interest. Politics is about interest, and the interest starts to individual. And that's why I would tell my brother here. To say Gachagua was interchanged, it was it was not. He was not changed with what
he was changed.
Was changed. Hakuna. No. And I would like my brother, I respect him. I'm a Kikuyu, I work with Gachagua from the word go. So you give me respect of telling you how I know him. Because which was outchanged. 8 ministers when President had 2. 17 PSs. Inspector General.
Chief of Defense Forces.
Yeah. Chief of Defense Force. Treasury. Finance also. You remember there was the one who was changed later.
Professor Ndugu.
Yes. The majority in the parliament. With all those structures, if he's talking about the community could have been carried by that structure. You see? But it was about his individual. And second, I would like to correct you, people. Let me tell you. Gachagua came very late when Ruto already had entered in Central. That is the fact. When he was fighting with Uhuru, it was very difficult for him to enter in Central, and Uhuru did not think he can get into the Central. He thought he's a Kikuyu and Milima and Kikuyu. But Ruto entered there and started talking with those people and helping them on discussion, Harambes and what. And let me tell you, politics is about one-to-one. It's not about the tribe where my brother is. It's one-to-one. If you come and convince me and I see you can help me, or you can give me a hope, I'll be able to join you. Gachagua came late when already Ruto had entered in Central. I used another funny name that we were all pregnant in Central with Ruto. So when somebody else was coming, it was coming late. But when it got the wheel now, now it's when Gachagua came. Okay. When I was taking Kikuyus from Namanga to Letokto Bakalodwa, I was reading Gachagua was very behind when I was going in there to 5,000 people. He was very far behind. But when it's reached that this seat must be given somebody from Central, that's where Gachagua got opportunity. And now from there, also he started pushing politics, which was doing also very well, because he was talking and telling people, is this the guy you want? Yes. Even if he is beaten by Hulu, yes. Even he has not been given respect. Those languages until now he came in. But to be outchanged, I cannot agree with that, because I know we had a big number, we had everything in a good way, but his own interest and seeing maybe he is on the same level with the president. No. You must know, even if you have a number, there's somebody who was elected by the vote as a president, and you have to respect. So for the parties now, the way they are coming, don't be worried. Gachagua went and reached somewhere, and he saw that now, if I'm not saying I'm a candidate, because from the word go, even when there was no problem, we knew that, and even himself he knew, we were discussing deeply. I was the person of inside the house that you not stand for the president. That is something we were talking. You not stand for the president. But myself, I talked to something in the media, and I think also he listened to what I was talking when we are parted. And I told him, in the Kikuyu community, if you want to impose them in the party, it will be very difficult to put them together, because they are very democrat. But if we have a candidate from Central, it's easy for the tribe to follow you. So he started now saying he is also a candidate. But in my heart, I know he was not, and he is not the candidate. But in the language of politics, he must say, I'm the candidate. That will give a lot of many people where he comes from a lot of hope of thinking this person, he can be a good person when we give him them. And that one could go as a block of votes. But right now, I don't think in Milima we have a candidate.
All right.
No, because Uhuru is a leader. Respect him for there. He is not. He cannot come back, and Gachagua cannot. Now the vote of Central. Just wait and watch, and you see.
Yes.
And also the group you are saying, Kalonzo,
Matiang'i,
Matiang'i, itavunjika. Just give it time. Itavunjika, because somebody will finish somewhere, as Gachagua is saying, I have 8 million on the table.
Yes.
You come and say what you have in the table.
8 million votes.
8 million votes.
Right.
You come and say what you have in the table. That language, it cannot work very well to the other candidates. Because from the word go, people thought that now, even Kikuyu was saying, I think Kalonzo, he has been there for a long time. Maybe he can go to.
Could be an option.
It could be an option. It was, people are thinking that way. But now they have started, in fact, you start seeing that they will not be going together. Sometimes when we are almost the election, they will not be working together. And even some of them, they will come to the government.
Right.
Just give them the chance. If they have opportunity. Listen, what is he saying when after the court talked? He said he want to be paid his salary for 5 years, his benefits for 5 years, and security and everything. What is that signal? I had it with him myself before impeachment. I told him, why can't you agree you may be paid for your
remaining period,
right? And or you be given security and everything. Then you go and start doing the politics. Maybe if you come with the party and come with the community you are saying, then you can negotiate on the table. And he agreed. But there were some people come and advised him and told him no.
Good.
Yeah, he said no. You are there. You are strong. Just go. Then he went Parliament. He went Senate until now where he. But now I know what the signal he is saying. Can I be paid my dues?
Are you saying that
it might?
Yeah.
Politics and hawana aibu.
Are you saying that he's now retreating?
I'm not saying that, but I'm trying to weigh the option which he has, and maybe as we are going to see what is going to.
All right.
What is going to say?
We still have a significant amount of time to
go. I think I'm not the devil's advocate, yeah. But if you look at the way Mr. Rigathi Gachagua was impeached, you could see that the problem started there. His bitterness started in the process. Because if you look at the Kenyan constitution, there's no provision for impeaching deputy president. Actually, what they used was the provision for impeaching the president. And if you look at some of the charges, these are charges that could have been dealt with by the criminal justice system. Yeah, like forgeries and all that, apart from a few. So if you look at the impeachment itself, it had a problem.
Okay.
Yeah, right? So he started being bitter from there. And his only fallback was to look for his tribe. That's the only way he could be protected.
Is that true?
That is how he felt.
Okay.
That's why I said I don't want to be the devil's advocate.
I tend to agree with him because it is the only reason he got a ticket to become deputy president. Again, my view. So if we take that argument and we combine it with that argument, it actually makes sense.
What he's saying makes sense is when he talked about protection, I'm asking, is it true? Because the question I'm asking is, what was he being protected from?
I think to make whoever impeached him feel like, started regretting. And you see, people believe that what he did...
And by whoever impeached him, you mean the president?
Yeah.
Okay.
And people believe right now that...
The president didn't impeach him.
No,
but according to him...
What he's alluding to, the person
he always blames the president.
Yes.
He doesn't blame parliament. He says, the president impeached me. Yeah? It was the president's game.
Yeah, but is it true
and
the president
and he even insists that people were bribed. I don't know whether he has any evidence about that.
There are always allegations about bribery in parliament. Who has come up with evidence to actually demonstrate and show that people actually get bribed? Who?
I have not seen any.
And neither have I.
Mheshimiwa kwa hapa anaweza tuambia, is there bribery in parliament?
Well, Aikosagi.
Okay.
Aikosagi.
So it is
There's
there.
a certain percent, but let me tell you, my brother.
Have you been answered?
You need actually to respect me on this topic about Gachagua. Because I know Gachagua myself.
I will listen
Gachagua was not impeached. Gachagua impeached himself. I will explain why when it reaches
Really?
there. He impeached himself. Why? He became with the same level with the president. He disturbed him with the small cases. Inside there, Itumbe, I don't know what. That one I was there, I knew. Second thing, he fought with the MPs. You know, when Nyoro, the president, or I say the system, or the intelligence, they are very clever. You can be balanced in one way or the other. without knowing they are balancing you. Moi used to do, if he has an MP and he's not hearing him,
yes,
well, or he's not coming, he's not being loyal to him.
It's being defiant.
When you go to the meeting and start barasa, he will tell the DC and the other Nini, who is the opponent now of you as MP, let him also greet people. So he want to balance you to see he has alternative. You get it? So I think something was done. I think something was done for Gachagua. When Nyoro,
yes,
you remember there was a time he was going with a helicopter.
Yeah.
With a lot of money. With going with the MP from Central. That means there was something was drawn kunyaganya Gachagua MPs from
Central.
From Central. So when they started going with the Nyoro, other tribes where they were being given money, and they were saying, you can be alternative of running mate of the president. You can be deputy.
Right.
Then Gachagua took it very seriously, my brother. Let me advise you.
Okay.
That's why I'm telling you, he beat himself. When these MPs come back the weekend, when he meet with them, he used to abuse them very badly. So stupid. There's nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
I have a book. You will not be elected again. I'm the one who is saying Central. So he made a big fight with MPs. And that's why you saw when it was being impeached,
yes,
it was going like lightning. Because everybody was against and there was opposition also who wanted.
So you're saying it took little effort to get him out of office.
But that time...
Yeah, but you see the president, let me finish for you. The president, in fact, me and Sudi, and someone else I will not mention.
Yeah.
We stopped the impeachment Gachagua 3 times. Persuading the
president. This one, Oscar Sudi.
Yes. This guy you were saying, talking just he's a very good guy sometimes.
The engineer?
Yeah, the engineer.
Okay. I was just confirming.
Oh, you see now he's being
I was just confirming we're talking about the same honorable Oscar Sudi. But yes, please continue.
3 times. Persuading the president. Although the president had a lot of pressure also from Gachagua himself, in fighting. You are doing this, you did not consult me. You are doing this, I think there was a deal. Disturbing him all the time. Then now, when he reaches somewhere, the MPs told the president, because they were being fought by Gachagua, even he started going in the ground. And he was not going other areas. It's only Mirima, where there's his MPs, that's where he was going. And he was telling people, this is not a good person. This one, I've written a book, you not be... You see, the MPs went delegation to the president and told him, please allow us to impeach Gachagua. Let's deal with him. If it's not like that, we are not going to pass for the budget for you. Okay. It was a big hit. Until the president said, okay, he has a problem with me, but also if you have come to help me or you think it's good to do that, he was released. That's why he could not stand in the National Assembly, in the Senate. It was too speedy. Okay, you can say there were maybe some money here or there. But for me, I know. Sijui ushaona mtu ameiba baiskeli?
Sijaona mmoja.
Nitakufundisha ukiona mtu anakimbiza baiskeli
ni ya kuibwa
bila kupanda, anaenda mbio kabisa, anarukia juu, hiyo baiskeli ni ya kuibiwa. Hiyo ndio alikimbishwa namna hiyo.
Hata yeye mwenyewe anasema atakimbisha Ruto kama baiskeli ya kuibiwa. But maybe that time that he was being impeached, I think you were on his side.
Yes, I was inside.
You were on his side. But you have said, you even cried, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden you shifted. Yes. So, a lot of us don't understand what made you, do that. Because, is it because of tribalism or is it because something happened that...
He said he saw the true colors.
I saw the true color.
But you said you knew him before.
And again, you are learned so much. Me, I'm not that learned. But I hear English saying, unless a fool cannot change. Yes. I'm not a fool. Right. I changed on seeing the focusing. I stay in the Rift Valley. This guy... He want to put us together as Kikuyus, and let me tell you, Kikuyus in Central is a very small number with the Kikuyus in all Kenya. You go in Nyanza, you go where. And when he started saying, like now when he went in Meru and said, this hotel is for Kalenjin, Luto. This hotel. Please don't eat in this hall or take any drink in this hotel. I did not sleep. Because Kikuyus, if you start in Nakuru, Kakamega, Western, Nyanza, Ukambani. Their hotels and their businesses are there. So I saw this guy is going to put us again like 207. I said, no. Those are the things, my brother. that made me change. It's not because of anything.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm 70 years. I'm old.
A lot of people
I know.
don't understand that.
Yeah. Dr. Fadamula, there's this whole issue again of even because I know you're an ODM loyalist, yeah?
Yes.
We're seeing the former Prime Minister really collaborating with the current president, President Ruto. And there are some things that are not necessarily Kenyans are not necessarily agreeing to. For example, he suggested a conclave, which people are definitely against, as much as many people are trying to make the rest of the country see the importance of having to sit down. But last year walimwambia vizuri sana, that is baba, wakamwambia tafadhali usiingilie maneno, wewe nenda katulie, just retire.
Ni watu gani hawa ambao who are these people who've been telling Raila these things?
But it's not one person. I don't know their name. I don't know their names, but there are people on social media. They have been chanting. We saw that young lady.
So do they represent the entire country?
They don't. But I'm saying there are some individuals. And you can, I mean, if we start looking at trends here about people who have
Trends
told
on social media.
people, because that is where we can get it. If we go, I have spoken to people selling smoky. I have spoken to border people. I have spoken to the people in the shops. They are all against this issue of Raila and the president being together.
Why are they
Period.
against it?
And the majority of the people I've spoken to, of course there are those who are for, but majority of the people I've spoken to, they're like, that was the worst decision Raila ever made. He should have just retired in peace, continue receiving his pension as a former prime minister.
Well, I don't understand something.
Right.
Raila should have kept out of it. Raila should have retired.
Right.
So the people you speak to feel they have the mandate to determine what Raila should do and when he should do it.
No.
And how he should
They
go
do not
about
have
and how
the
he should
mandate.
go about his politics.
However, they have an opinion, because whatever Raila does has a direct effect on their livelihoods and on their lives and on what they do and what they cannot do.
The point I'm trying to make here is
Right.
this, that very many people on social media comment,
And on the ground, but yes.
in my opinion, is just that they have commented. There will be others who probably have commented and they haven't made the same comments as the ones you're speaking of. Do we have a situation where one can actually compare? Because social media is an open playing field where people say all manner of things.
Compare what exactly?
Those who say Raila said this which we don't like, and those who said no, he did the right thing. Have we? Because people are. That's where people are communicating. Have we communicated? Because if we've communicated,
Right.
if they've communicated and we've analyzed, then we can say the majority of people who are on social media seem to say this. There's a group who have an alternate view, but they're really not that many. But the point I'm trying to make here is this. The platforms where people communicate on social media has to do with people talking about their opinion. This is what they feel, this is what they think at that point in time. You who consumes social media will find that given time, they also change. And the issue here, see, I'm tying this.
Right.
Somebody decides to support some politician, all right? Then a discussion arises, this man should retire. So I'm thinking, wait. Where has the retirement discussion come from all of a sudden? Why is it that there seems to be this suggestion that this man should retire? Why?
I think you asked me something about ODM, right?
Yeah. It's more or less the
what
same thing
City
he's
is saying
Yeah.
about social media and people's opinion. If you look at ODM itself, it is reflected there. Right now, there are two camps in ODM. Yeah, and they are very clear camps. You can hear one camp saying, they are supporting the president, and another camp clearly saying we are not supporting the broad-based government. For example, if you look at the camp coalescing around the young ODM tax like Sifuna, Babu Wino, Kaleba Misi, there's a very big grouping behind them, where some of us are. Then there's a grouping that is on the expert side, the 4 experts. There's also a group that is supporting them. So ODM is divided right in the middle. And what the City Muga is saying that social media opinion may not necessarily
Be the yardstick.
But if you go even to the party, you find it's actually resonating in the party.
Doctor, let me ask you a question. How do we know that ODM is not playing with us? How do we know that ODM have not decided, you people take this view and express it to the public so that they can hear it? You take this view and express it in this way. How do we know that it isn't ODM trying to determine what is really happening with the issue of two camps?
And that is the real politics. That is how the politics is played. Because when Sifuna is saying that, then Baba comes, he is fighting the government, is fighting the president. Then the president comes, the prime minister comes, make a meeting PG, and he's saying what Sifuna is saying, he is right. Are you seeing? He is right. Yeah? That is that's the stand of the party. When he comes to this, the other side, I agree with the professor, he says something else. So it might be maybe ni ile kutupa kijiti kwa maji uone pahali samaki yuko inaendekea pande gani. That is politics. But at the end of the day, let me tell you, I know Leila knows how to play politics. Let me tell you. And I defend him. People saying, as you have asked my brother here,
right?
Why did Leila come? That he missed. You are the one who put it. That he missed. But let's look at the big picture of the country. The country, when Leila came in, it was stable. Because he knows his politics to make the country stable. Okay. And also, don't blame most of the president. Some people are blaming him, maybe some people like us that we brought the government, but people who did not fight for it, they came in. There is a big picture for the country than individual.
Okay.
And the balancing at the face of Kenya is in the constitution. That the face of Kenya, even if you are elected by, you must put the face of
Kenya. To
put the face of Kenya is to put everybody inside. And actually, if Nyanza has been left outside for a long time, why should they not enjoy now when the leader has come and they are getting what they are getting? It is good. Some people feel bitter that we did this at Gachagua. Hemeweka mitego everywhere in the state house. Leader hata ingia hapa atategwa na mtego. You see, that is in politics. It's like showing you don't want development in Nyanza.
Okay.
Lakini the mtego changed. Instead of kutega leader, ilitega yeye. Hiyo mtego. So the country is bigger than all of us. Let me tell you, my brother. And that's why I am preaching today. I don't know whether you realize. I have my own party, but I'm preaching peace first.
Yes.
Peace first, politics second. Then other things come on the tribal line, because you cannot complain where you are born as Mukamba. I was born as a Kikuyu. That should be that. But the first thing, peace. So that one term when it comes, it gets peace. 2 terms when it comes, gets peace.
But actually, I want to ask the question.
Yes.
How do we know that this isn't a scheme by ODM?
It's not a...
how do you know?
You can know only if, let's say, they eventually exit Sifuna. Then it was not, it was not a scheme. It was a really fight.
Even if they exit Sifuna, it could still be a scheme.
Unajua ndugu yangu, Waswahili husema ndoto usumbua mwenye kuota. Sio mwenye kutafusiliwa.
Hapana hivyo.
Ndoto usumbua mwenye kuota. Sio mwenye kutafusiliwa. This game I've been there. 4 presidents I've been with them. Na any government comes, I was in 4 of them. So na miaka ni hiyo niko naye. I'm in the bonus now.
All right.
Tukuwa na my brother here. We are going on the bonus. So this is where we can talk wisdom and experience.
You actually look like a 25-year-old.
Yeah, that's what I feel so.
Like a Gen Z.
You've done well.
It is God's grace.
Yes.
It is God's grace. And maybe because He knows my heart, I maybe I word on preaching peace.
Yes.
He had prepared me to be younger. So I can prepare.
You can preach longer. Yes.
That's why, I'm still stuck on that question. Because these divisions that we speak of, okay, I don't see anybody exiting the party.
You don't see anyone being fired?
No, not even fired. One could argue that ODM is a fairly democratic party.
Okay.
The truth of the matter is this. Political parties are not democratic institutions. They are not.
Yes.
Kenya.
No, the world over. Political parties have owners. Whether it's the Democratic Party, the Republican Party, the Conservative Party, they have owners. And if you look at how those individuals handle their politics, to understand it, they even decide who is going to stand where and who can get elected where. They decide. The owners decide. We think that we are different. We are not. And the reason why we think we're different is because our political parties have individuals who stand up. So it isn't this amorphous party. It's an individual leading the party. But it's not really different. If there is democracy, which in reality doesn't exist in political parties, then you could say ODM is one of those unique entities that they actually has democracy. You are allowed to have differences, but you still carry on with being in members of the party. Is that what you're saying?
Let me help you on something. I'm here to give you the experience,
Yes.
which I have,
Yes.
as supporting you what you are saying, dividing the party. I was chairman of Kano, Nakuru district. That time was district, and I used to be very close with Moi because all Kikuyus were in the opposition. Me, as a Kikuyu in the Rift Valley, I was with him, supporting him. So we used to talk. Even I used to be left in the house with him. He used to come in my house. Just a small boy like me, I was a small boy. He used to come even in my house. And I had a lot of experience. Let me support the professor what I saw one day. When Matiba was there, and Jaramogi, they were very, very, very strong. And they could have actually taken the power. Then one day, he called me. And he called many people different way. You know why he could not put you even sometimes together. He want to deal with the individual. Now
Divide
you
and
see,
rule.
divide and rule. You know now, Matiba is coming. What you need to do. Mobilize all the members of KANU, the way you go with the lorries, trucks and what. Get the flags of KANU. Go and receive Matiba in the airport. Huh? And he's the worst enemy as KANU. How? Now, because of following the instruction,
Yes.
I could not do anything, but I was watching. What is this? We are given money. This is KANU, this is in Mombasa, this is where? When Matiba was coming
Yes.
with the flags and trucks, we are in airport, all of us, and we were told to sing and support him. So the guy had planned to to separate them with Jaramogi.
Okay.
Yeah? So, when all the people went there and the pictures, then he used the media and everything. A big crowd. Everybody breathed. Even
Matiba.
Moi has agreed. Kano has agreed. It is Matiba. This is Matiba who is going to take. So, when Matiba came now, he was told also by his people. And also the people who are in Matiba, some of them, they were corrupted. They were being given money. Separate with Jaramogi. You are going to take this leadership. And you have seen all the Kano has come
Yes.
to you. So Kano have agreed. And if you see Kano like that, they cannot do something if Moi have not told them. So even Moi have accepted.
Has endorsed.
Has endorsed. So now they separated. They start now registering new for the
For the city.
For the city. Then within a week, I was very close with him, and I used to make him laugh with many things, talking. So I went to I was told there's an operation. I went to Kibera. Kitu kama saa mbili.
When you say Kibera, you must tell them the residence of the vice president used to be in Kibera,
Yes.
and Moi used to live there.
Cabernet
Yes.
Close. I know
Cabernet,
that.
yes,
Cabernet Close.
Yes.
So we went there. So when we went there, he was very happy, in a very good mood, and it's a very small group, but he trusted me very much in Kano. So we got in the vehicles. So we went somewhere, I don't remember where we went. Then we were about 5 vehicles. And when we went there, we were left in the vehicles. He entered in the house. That's where this, what we call it, this was for Camelin. The Kanji who died was for Camelin.
It was Dr. Koech.
Dr. Koech. That is his house of Dr. Koech.
Okay.
We left in the combat. He entered inside. He stayed about 3 hours. And Moi used to sleep early. So I knew that is a very special thing when you are past his time like that. Then he came out, and there were some vehicles parked separately. He got some briefcases of money, were put in the vehicle. The other vehicle was put in another vehicle, was put in another vehicle. But unfortunate, I was very curious to see, this is my boss, this is the president.
Right.
This at night. What is going on here? I suspected there must be something going on here.
Right.
When I looked, I saw Jaramogi, and I saw Leila, the son. And And the car which was put money, they drove with that car. So when we went back in the Kibera, Moi was very clever. He asked me, okay, namna hiyo yake, what did you see? I saw nothing. If you are clever, just say, I saw nothing. Don't try to say that you have seen anything.
I saw bugs.
I saw nothing. Then I followed later, pole, trying to find out what was there, what was going. You know what he was telling? He told later. He wants to separate these people. Hii ni kuachia hii nyang'au wa Kikuyu watamaliza nyinyi. They will finish you. I better leave it to you.
To
Jaramogi. If I leave this thing, we show how they received him.
Yes.
This Kikuyu, if they take this seat,
yes.
You are going Nyanza, you are going
Kwisha nyinyi.
He separated them. Did it work or not? It worked.
It worked.
So I'm supporting the professor what he's saying. Let me tell you, politics, hesabu yake ni kama ile ya chase. Kula hii. Kumbe unataka ukurue 6. Na umepeana yako 2.
You are saying hizo briefcases zilichukuliwa na Jaramogi na Raila.
Yeah. No, they were put in a vehicle. I don't know which vehicle now, whether it's one.
But they drove that vehicle.
They drove away that vehicle. That means it was for them.
You fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
So I support you the raw data. Now you analyze it.
You process. Daktari, again, I will still go back to what Siti Muga asked you and to what, of course, Mheshimiwa here has alluded to. Is it that perhaps tunachezewa hapa hivi mchezo wa karata?
Sasa nikisikia story ya Mheshimiwa Kimani Ngunjiri, naanza kufikiria tena kidogo. I start thinking that there's so much that is being played behind the curtains. And when somebody stands to speak, he may just be speaking his own things.
Right.
But behind the scenes is something different.
Yeah, exactly.
So it makes politics a very dirty game.
Very dirty game.
But City is saying that all parties operate like that, but I disagree.
All parties have owners.
Yeah, but if you look at Kenyan parties, they don't last long, right? If you look at the United States parties, those parties are over 100 years, over
centuries old.
Years.
Okay,
They're very, very old.
How old are we as a nation?
62 years.
How old is America?
250 what?
200 and it's almost 300.
Yeah. But that party probably has been there since those days.
Yes.
That's why I think it's a bit different there and here. Here it is a personal thing. So that briefcase, like the one Mheshimiwa is saying here, goes to an individual. There, if there's something like that, it goes to the party. So these are ours are briefcase parties, most of them.
Yeah.
So like Gachagua now is just, instead of supporting a party from Mount Kenya, he decides to form DCP. Yeah, and yet he knows Jubilee is there, which is the other than PNU.
I think TNA is still there.
Yeah, he's still there. But he doesn't want to touch those ones or even move near them. He forms his own. So it is his own personal thing. Now he wants to make money and other things from that. And that is, I think, where our politics will always remain bad based on those groupings, tribal groupings. Because even though he has mixed this party with people from across the country, but he's still talking about Mlima all the time.
Let me ask you. Let me ask the question. What is the problem with him talking about Mlima all the time?
I think I every politician talks about their backyard.
No.
But he says
not every politician. I've never heard Kalonzo talking about his backyard.
Yeah, no, he doesn't talk, but it is there. It is.
I'm asking the question. What is the problem with Gachagua talking about Mlima?
Then he should.
Kalonzo,
let me answer that question.
Kalonzo is not insecure about the vote that he has in Ukambani. Yeah. Perhaps others are, but I don't know.
But you see, he says there's nothing wrong talking about Mlima. But he should be very clear that is where he's fighting for, or that is where his interests are. But when he talks about Mlima, then he says DCP is a national party. How come he doesn't talk about these other regions? Does not.
The pronouncements of politicians are precisely that. Pronouncements. He is a politician. He's been a national figure. You cannot be a significant political player in this country if you don't have a source of support. And if he has assumed it is Mlima, well, that is his assumption. And if there's the assumption that he represents them, again, that is the assumption. Because this Mlima has very many politicians. And there are politicians who preceded Gachagua in politics. There are those who lost in the previous election who have not given up. If you're talking about a place which has human resource to spare in terms of political people, it is that region. So he is loud. But how effective is it? Does he have Mlima behind him? Because if we talk about Kalonzo's where he is because the people where he comes from, they have chosen to support him. They have chosen. Have the people of Mlima chosen to support Gachagua? Or is he looking for them to support him?
And you see, Professor, there are two things which is raising Gachagua very high. And they are very dangerous in politics. There's something called sympathy vote and the tribal vote. These two things. There is somebody from very high. Let me tell you, if you are vying for a seat, even in the constituency, ifanyike kitu, your opponent akuwe na kitu imekuja, sympathy, it's so dangerous. That's why unaonaka wengine wanapiga gari yao buduki, wanapiga risasi, wanapiga nini wenyewe wakitafuta kitu naitwa sympathy. They know people like sympathy things very much. Hiyo ndio imechukua
the inner workings of politics.
Yes. If you look that, if you see many politicians, even some of them who like to be arrested. Nobody like to be arrested, but they would like to be arrested to have that sympathy. And say, now, you see, this is the president. Let me tell you, like now, all these things are happening. We saw yesterday the report of anti-corruption. We saw it yesterday.
Right.
Surely. Are all those things Ruto doing it?
Of course not.
Of course not. But you see, we have forgotten that we are dealing with one person because of politics to remove him from the position. But we are seeing the corruption everywhere. Where me, I'm involved, you are involved, the other person is involved. But we are carrying all these things to bloody one person as a president. That is how dirty politics it is. So if you get a sympathy somewhere, hata unaona kama kina Kambuli, they hijack themselves. They kidnap themselves. They are just looking for sympathy.
Yeah.
But now you must be very expert to prove that you are hijacked, because if you are hijacked Kambuli and you are left somewhere in the bush, then your wife comes, he have seen you he had been crying and take the handkerchief anaanza kupangusa wewe nguo. Is that genuine? Kama umeona bwana yako
mimi si DCI lakini
no, I'm just saying as a human.
Yes.
Sasa wewe bibi yako akikuta wewe kwa hijacked na imeenezwa sana, akuta umelala pahali fulani, utachukua hadi kachifu kwanza kupangusa yeye?
Hapana.
Kwanza ni kuangalia kama ako hai na kumshika, you love him. What my that would be the street nakulia. That was just logic and kupanguza na nini na kamba.
All right, gentlemen, I want us to take a short break. We get into the news, then when we return, of course we will be looking at why this. I want you to help me make sense of what is happening in ODM and the broad-based government in general, and of course Mheshimiwa here will let us understand also the road to 2027 as far as the broad-based government is concerned, and of course the opposition as well. So don't go too far. We'll be right back.
Radio generation, the sound is fine. Pump it up, turn it high all the time. Let the music move you, let's sway. Radio G's got your jam all day.
Radio Generation, the home of urban soul. This is the Radio Generation News.
Good morning, I'm Winnie Maganga. Many Kenyans continue to misunderstand mediation, often confusing it with arbitration and other dispute resolution processes. This is according to James Mangerere, the president of Mediation Training Institute East Africa. Speaking during an interview with Radio Generation, Mangerere said the confusion stems from a general lack of awareness about the differences between the methods grouped under alternative dispute resolution. He explained that while ADR includes various approaches such as negotiation, mediation, conciliation, arbitration, and eradication, the concept of mediation remains unclear to most people.
There's a misunderstanding.
Dr. Fadamula, I think I had asked you this question, which I didn't get a clear answer. And I was asking you to help me make sense of this, where we are seeing the Secretary General of the Orange Democratic Movement saying that the sole purpose for ODM right now is to unseat President Ruto come 2027. Yet on the other end, we are seeing the former Prime Minister saying that he is going to support the president till 2027. Perhaps does that mean that after 20, or rather during the election, they're not going to be together, or does it mean something completely different? So SG anasema kitu moja, party leader anasema kitu kingine.
I think even for us ODM members, it is as vague as it sounds when you try to explain it.
I highly doubt.
It is as vague. And on the outside,
yes,
it looks very vague. But probably on the inside, they know what they are doing. But you see, even in the support of broad-based government, okay, there are those people who have genuine issues, like the issue of human rights. Yeah, that's a really genuine issue even in ODM, in some members, like the abductions and the clamping down on demonstrators,
dissenting voices and so on.
Dissenting voices.
Right.
So there are those in ODM who call it blood-based, and they are still in ODM.
Right.
And there are those in ODM who call it broad-based, yeah, and they are still in ODM. So there's a group for blood and a group for broad. So to an extent, there's actually genuine division when it comes to the support of the government. Genuine, because one is insisting that human rights have been violated to a very serious extent, and that must be corrected. And one is saying, no, we don't. Human rights have been violated even in Moi government, even in Kibaki government, even in Uhuru government, even in Ruto government. So it's not the first time that those who are arguing like that. But there are those who are also arguing that just because it happened before must not continue happening right now. And in fact, the president went around promising that abduction will be a thing of the past.
Was this before or after he was elected? Because I know
that was before he was elected.
Yes.
Yeah. But now things changed after he was elected. And there are those now who feel in ODM that, no, we cannot support that kind of government. So there's a part that is very genuinely divided. And there's a part that is playing politics.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do we know the part that is playing politics? That is the one that I'm interested in.
Maybe the broad-based side is playing more politics than the blood-based side. Like the blood-based side could include people like Babu Wino. They may not be playing politics. They may be building their own political careers.
Dr. You're telling me that politicians take a position and they're not playing politics. Politicians. Because everybody in this equation, whether it's Babu, whether it's Hamisi, whether it's Sifuna, these are politicians. 1, 2, they are young. They have an entire future ahead of them. Let me ask a simple question. Sifuna has attempted to be a representative of people once he did not make it. He's now senator. He's not going to stop there. So you are telling me that he has taken a position which may jeopardize his future because the party you belong to listens to what Raila tells them. It's not really complicated.
Yeah. It does. But
no,
now
they listen, but they do.
Things are changing.
Really?
Things are changing a bit.
Okay, how?
Yeah, because now they assume that the Raila, where he is right now, nature is not on his side. He has to exit at some point.
So
there are those who have the instinct that it is their time now to create their careers and fight for what Raila will leave behind.
So he's saying biology is not necessarily
let me go
Prime
again.
Prime Minister's side.
There were people who had similar ideas when Jomo Kenyatta was the president, and they formed what they call the Change Constitution movement, because they were thinking the way you are thinking and saying some people are thinking. Kenyatta is old, he may die, we know he has a heart problem, and my friend, that group went nowhere with that Change the Constitution of theirs, nowhere. And when Kenyatta died, there's nothing they could do. He died very far away from them, because he was at the coast. and things moved. And whatever they thought they would get, they never got. Because they had ideas of who should take over. Moi became the president. That was not their plan. So, this issue of looking at a senior politician who has gravitas and assuming that just because they are aging, that their time has passed, it is a mistake.
You see, I think there are two things here. And maybe the younger people are looking maybe for their future, thinking that, and it's not my party, they should come in my party called Future.
Future, yes.
Future party. Tuvuke pamoja. Because actually they are looking for their future, because as he is saying, you see, Leila Odinga, actually the age is there, but he has a lot of wisdom. And you see, after them coming and doing all these things, if Leila stand and say opposite to them, they will have a lot of problem. Let me tell you, because he still have say. Like now in Nyanza, who can convince anybody who is clever that Leila Odinga has made Nyanza change in development? You just say a word. We were in the problem all those years. Can you see now? Can you see these roads? Can you see what is happening? Can you see all these things? I'm not a fool. I'm not looking for myself. I'm looking for you, how I can help you. Have I changed? People will say yes. Do you have these roads? Yes. What are these young boys coming? What are they saying? So they must be very careful. It's a trap. They must be very, 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 very careful. Because if Raila Odinga still will think on the direction he want to go with his people and with the Kenyans, and let me tell you, Raila don't say just it's about Nyanza. Raila has people everywhere, in Mombasa, in the Kisumu, in Ukambani, even in Central.
Yes,
he has very strong people also there. So he is somebody you cannot underrate.
Right.
And I said one thing, and my brother here have said it. Later had the handshake with who?
With President Uhuru.
No.
Started with Moi.
Okay, it started with Moi.
Okay.
I was there. If Moi was not strong, let me tell you, alikuja, his logo was tractor. Tinga. So you were saying when he came, he did not switch off the engine. Alipokurumisha iliuma sisi tumbo, akatoka na Kalonzo, akatoka na Saitoti, akatoka with a big group, akatoka naye. It's only Moi knew how to deal with these things that he succeeded because of his cards. But it was so dangerous, and he went there with hope hii lazima nitaua. Hii nitaua, and it was almost going. He came to Kibaki. He supported Kibaki. And they came handshake. Lakini the second term, he was not very happy with the things how they were going. Now he started again the engine. Kukurumisha engine.
Ile tinga.
Tumbo ikauma kwa watu yote, ikakuwa ni shida kubwa sana. Until they came join together.
Nusu mkate.
Now he also came to Uhuru. He did the same. He came to Ruto. He did the same. Would you joke with that person? That person is dangerous.
Yeah.
It's not somebody you can be able to underrate.
Right.
Yeah.
So these boys who are coming, I advise them. They have two choices: to succeed or to perish.
Yeah, but I would ask the question.
Just 2 points.
Succeed or perish.
And maybe they are saying, as Ruto came, you know, Ruto alipokuja alipanda na Moi, and people are seeing a big risk rising with the president, who they retired, but he had a lot of problem. By the end of the day, he survived. There are two things. Maybe my brother here or Daktari hapa, maybe you are not known by people. Not many people knows you. Let me give you a style of if you want to be known in Kenya and you may be headline. Ujulikane na kila mtu, and it will be topic of headline. Just go KCC in the top pale juu kabisa. Na useme nitajiangusha, nitakufa kwa sababu ya hii na hii na hii na hii na hii. Na uonekana ukitaka kufanya mkono namna hii, then you be highlighted. You see? So that's how the politics come. You take risk. You take risk. Utaweza kuanguka ujichole mtu.
Yes.
Utaweza kufaulu. There are two things. So it depends, but hata mzee, hata kwa boma. I don't know whether you people, you are like that. Sisi wa Kikuyu tunasema kwa boma. Ukizeeka kabisa, unaachia watoto hata gari na kushinda, unaachia watoto gari, unaachia shamba, unaachia nini, lakini leadership
Hiyo
Wakikuyu,
wachi.
leadership until when I go in the hole, I will still be there saying this is what I want, this is what I want. That's the culture which is there. So Raila Odinga, don't underrate him, because you see now they did handshake with Uhuru.
Yes.
Uhuru even now he was supporting Raila up to now, he has not said anything. Aya, he is saying he's in Azimio. Aya, he did the handshake with the Ruto. These three people, Raila, Ruto na Uhuru. You see, to our eyes as Kenyans tunaona Uhuru walikosana kabisa na Ruto, hawezi kuonana. Did you say wakipiga high five?
Yes.
Juzi. High five. Wanacheka, Ruto anapeleka around, naambia nimeiba pesa hii yote, si nimejenga State House, nimefanya, anamwambia good, you have tried my boy, pap, high five.
High five.
Na kushikana namna hii. Politics has no permanent enemy, but those three people
Yes.
are the people I'm watching myself.
All right. So
The-
you're watching
these three people.
Raila, Ruto, and who? And
Those
Uhuru.
three. If they come together, you saw the clip. I had listened to a clip yesterday, Professor. I don't know whether you saw it. These three people, when come, politics can change. And I want to tell you with the experience, my brother, we are remaining some stages. Now we cannot project it properly and say this is what to happen 2027. No. There are about 3 stages to come. The politics for this year, next year we are going December, January, it will start changing again. In the middle, it will change again. On the end, you start seeing now the picture. Then we shall start now seeing this is the line now, and this is where people are going now. There
But-
are stages to come.
But Honorable Ngunjiri, if you look at because you've been a student of Moi, you said that Mulienda hata alikuwa anakuja kwako mnakunywa chai.
Yes.
So now that you have seen and you can tell that perhaps 3 things might happen, maybe you can help us predict, in your opinion, is Raila going to support Ruto come 2027? Number 1. Number 2, is Raila still going to run as a candidate for presidency in 2027? Or are we seeing Raila getting away from even the broad-based government and supporting someone totally different that for now we might not know?
Well, let me say this, in a very simple way. I cannot say that, and I cannot respond on that, because I don't know. These people are above me. Whenever I've been in politics for all those years, but they are above me. I don't know their cards which they are playing, but we are watching. Like now, when we saw Ruto and Uhuru, the crowd changed a bit, because now in Milima, people never wanted Uhuru. They refused when he brought the candidates as Raila Odinga. But now again, you can see, again they are together. Now,
Yes.
and I promise you, Uhuru, he has a say now because of behavior of the other side and Gachagua, because he is also fighting his party, he's doing all those things. And you saw, I don't know whether it was yesterday, the Uhuru shared the PG
Right.
of Jubilee. That means he strengthened his party. Gachagua is saying there are some led parties that is now Jubilee,
Yes.
and he doesn't want to mention me because he knows my fight. He said, and there's another blue wheelbarrow for Uhuru in Nakuru for somebody who was my friend. So you see now,
Yes.
if he's fighting all those people, the problem with Gachagua, he's fighting people of Central, and he want them to support the leadership, and he want them to support him. You cannot fight inside the house and outside. He better stop fighting the people dividing in Central, and even saying, I'm the one who is going to say who stand here. People have started giving money. 20 million. I'll give you a ticket of governor. Those kind of things. It will separate. It will bring a lot of problems. Therefore, I cannot project, as you have said. I can project, but not now. I don't want to say, because I know politics changes.
Have you
most
just
of the
said that
time.
people are buying tickets for their like MPs, gubernatorial and Senate, just securing those seats in advance?
Yeah, that's there. Even you have heard in the media. You say you watch media. You have heard people complaining to be refunded money after giving money, and somebody else also has been given money.
Yes.
You have heard in the media, on social media. I don't have evidence to say this is exactly, but it is also working in the.
Okay.
It's been seen in social media.
We take your word for it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
these three people,
Yes.
and their wisdom, let's respect them and see how it will go. Because the most important thing, how can we have peaceful election?
Okay.
And I think now, in the side of opposition, we would be hearing them very much when they are saying, let IBC be given enough time,
Right.
and be given money
To conduct the
prepare
election.
themselves. We have by-election. The same time, we have border review.
Yes.
And the time is very small. At the same time, the public are taking signatures to impeach the MPs and to impeach MCAs. Will it work on the same time? So those are the things we'll be talking. How do we shape so that we have a good election
Okay.
coming 2027? That is the most important thing. We might do all these things and fight for the seats and for the parties. But when we reach to IBC, it might be messy.
Okay.
And we cannot get the right thing. And maybe the bloodshed can be there, which is very bad. But if we can prepare in the right, and the young people, they may know we are doing the right thing for them to have free and fair. They are getting IDs. They are getting what? In a proper way. I think that is the most important thing, which the opposition will be presenting now, pushing the government. Have you given these people money? Like you see, opposition, they're also fighting the IBC. So when we fight and the process was done, whom are we going to follow?
Yeah.
Or who are we going to respect? That's where there is a lot of confusion.
Dr. Fadamula, you're an analyst. I'll ask you the same question. Tunaona nini? Raila ataenda hii kitu mpaka mwisho ama kuna mahali atashuka ibasi apande matatu tofauti?
Thank you. One thing I'm sure about that I can tell you for sure here. Ruto wants Raila to support him.
That we know.
He wants Raila to
Support him.
his followers to support him. So that is for sure. So everything that is happening now is to buy that support or to get that support of the Raila followers. But in the process, there's also a lot of damage being done. Okay. For example, like me, I come from Western. A lot of Western is beginning to shift at the moment because they don't want to go with Raila today, broad-based government. So if Raila is going to run as a candidate, then he must reach somewhere and say, now I don't want to go with broad-based. And it should be early.
Yes.
Because camps
As
are
early
shifting.
as now or
as early as the end of this year.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, when we enter next year and he has not made a decision or he has not pronounced, he might lose certain blocks like Western and part of coast.
Let's talk about some of the Western leaders we are looking at here. Of course, we're looking at Oparanya is a Western leader, right?
Yes.
We're also looking at someone like Musalia Mudavadi, the Prime Cabinet Secretary.
Yes.
We're also looking at the Speaker of the Parliament, Honorable
Wetangula.
So now, and of course now we have the others who are in opposition. We have the likes of Natembeya, and so are we saying that we are probably looking at a coalition whereby even some of the people in the government right now might shift allegiances?
You are forgetting that there's also DCP through the deputy party leader.
Oh yes, Malala.
Cleophas Malala.
Yes.
And then we have Natembeya, who is in DAP, but is trying to exit and form his own outfit.
And we also
at
have
the moment.
Eugene.
Then we also have Eugene. But if you listen to the ground, we have always been in opposition. We have always voted for Raila. Now he has taken us to government. And if you listen to the ground, they don't want to go to government because a deal was made somewhere that didn't include them. And they believe that they are not getting any of the deals. They believe that if it is Wetangula, his deal was personal. If it is Musalia, his deal was personal. It has not benefited the people.
So?
It is.
Is
Well,
that,
he's
is
telling
that
it is.
He's
It
telling
is.
you what the ground is saying.
The ground doesn't feel the two right now. That's why in Bungoma,
Okay, so they don't-
a month ago you saw that in Bungoma, Wetangula was trying to work up the crowd and they were not saying anything. So he asked them, "Kumbe, kwani mmesahau how we used to do, how we used to cheer Ford Kenya?" Yeah, because they were like resisting what he was doing.
Okay.
But let me ask
Musalia,
let me ask you a question.
yeah.
We are in politics. What is somebody supposed to do as a leader if you are elected? Is to help your people,
Yeah.
to make your people benefit.
Yeah.
Now here, question comes. People might see, as you are saying, they don't like leader because now he is going in the government. But are they benefiting? Why do they want leadership? Why have been they crying at the Mukate na Kaiwa Nusu? Then they have brought the bread. People have been fitting there. What does the people want? They don't want the government. They don't want Ruto. But Leader is bringing them what he has sacrificed himself to bring what they are supposed to have and change.
The Western people
And that's why I'm telling you, there will be a lot of division.
Yeah.
And don't see as a block. Saying that at Western is a block of opposition. Look at from independent, from the time of Kaduna Kanu. If there are people who are democratic, it is Western. They were giving, Murino was there, they were giving also Kanu, they were dividing their vote. They are only the people gives vote in a different way, the way I know, the experience which I have. So the issue of winning is not a block. It's having a piece here, having a piece here, having a piece here, having a piece here.
So you eat from all directions.
You eat from what direction?
You know what?
How do you eat ugali just with the mboga peke yake? You need meat,
Kanyama hapa.
omena hapo kidogo.
There's the issue of what kind of block are you talking about?
Yes,
what
doctor.
size of it? You know, like so Raila has been getting 66 to 70% of Western. Right now, people are projecting he may not even make, if he runs, he may not even make 30%.
Who are these people who are projecting?
The Tawe movement. The Tawe movement is a movement, just like I'm putting it. It's a movement.
And
in
it has gained traction.
serious traction.
How?
Ni akina Natembea hao.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Serious traction.
How exactly?
The only problem is that Tembea has not declared exactly what he wants. Does he want the deputy presidency? Does he want the presidency? And then now he's fighting with the party leader, Eugene Wamalwa. That's why I said he wants to form his own outfit. But that movement is serious movement.
All right. You're saying it is serious. What are the indicators? If we were to say that they have a sizable portion of people in Western, Western now, I'm not talking about Bungoma and Trans Nzoia, I'm talking about Western.
The entire Western bloc.
Yes.
Okay.
It'll be something new. Because if you look at, and Mheshimiwa said it very well, Ford Kenya is a Bukusu party predominantly.
Yes.
There are people who vie in it and have won, but they are spotted. Mudavadi had his own party. Then Eugene came with his own party. All I'm trying to say is this. If you come now to the sides of Kakamega, there were parties within Kakamega. There were those who were ODM. So the democracy that Mheshimiwa speaks of actually exists. Now, are we saying that the Tawi movement has broken these so-called traditional enclaves, and now people are gravitating towards it in large numbers from all these regions?
Yeah, because if
Is
you
it galvanized?
If you want one of the indicators, you know, when Natembe was arrested for corruption, right? And then after that, he was released, but he made a tour of Western.
Yes.
He came through Kakamega, Bungoma, Busia, and then he went up to Kitale. If you look at the turnout that he was experiencing, David has never experienced that turnout.
No.
David has never. Across Western, even
Wetangula
Wetangula
has not.
So this was the first person we saw attracting crowds everywhere in Western.
Yes. Now let me ask another question. We saw the numbers and the crowds. Of these numbers, who are predominantly youth, how many of these people even have IDs?
That one you cannot tell clearly right now.
Yes, it's true.
But you see, there's another thing that people are suspecting, that because of the Gen Z, more youths may take IDs and voter cards in 2027 than any other time.
It is our hope and it is our prayer. But remember, in the last election, there were 8 million people who did not vote. It's documented.
Yes.
If you look at our demographics population, the majority were probably young, isn't it?
Mostly.
These were registered voters.
Yeah, but mostly young.
The region, that Western region, Luo Nyanza and Western as we call it, very many young people avoid taking IDs. It's not complicated. They don't.
They don't, it's true.
So you see crowds, but whether that crowd can translate into a voting bloc is a completely different matter.
Let me show you what I was done in my constituency. That's why I'm telling you. The politics and who will be the president is very tricky.
Right.
We have experts who deals with that. I had expert Adif in my constituency. You know, we had just left from COVID. We had a lot of problem here and there. Then now, he decided he had a lot of money, which he had stolen. Then he was buying ID from areas he knows I'm very strong. Buying ID. Give you 3,000 and when they return to you nakwambia atakurudishia kipande yako na 2,000. That's 5,000. He had enough money. It changed my pattern of areas because of the corruption. So that's why I'm agreeing with my brother. This issue of ID and what? Let me tell you, these young people queuing, as you are seeing them putting pressure, but queuing to have an ID is also a problem.
Hawafanyi.
It's also a big problem. So here, let me tell you, you are saying about now, you're saying the callers, natembea. Yes, I agree. And he's doing a very good politics saying, these guys have never changed here. Now we want a new leadership. That's fine. He's been followed by the people. Do you know where he's going tomorrow? Do you know you do coalition with who tomorrow? Do you know the government is also watching how they can have people who are people?
How they can poach.
You know? Yeah. And his interest will be, are you going to give me this position and this and this and this? Oh yes, come. But it's very tricky. Very, very tricky. And that's why you've asked me, who will be present next time. It's very difficult. But what I will say, even if the ground stays how, don't play with the sitting president.
Actually,
I was with Moi myself. Yes. Don't play with the sitting president.
There's a comment here by Musalia Mudavadi, and he has said it is usually very difficult. This he said yesterday. It is usually very difficult on African soil to defeat a president who is looking for his second term.
It's very difficult. Why? He has all the network.
The machinery.
Don't forget chiefs, up to sub-chief, up to the DO, up to the DC. When it reaches the politics, they are always on the side of the
government,
where they get their salary. In fact, they call themselves, I don't know whether you know that, Professor, that there is a party called the AGIP. Do you know that? No, civil servants, they're in AGIP party. In the government, in
power.
In the power.
Oh,
it's called AGIP.
Yes.
So civil servants are in Ajip,
and you cannot change them from there. And again, they also fear. Okay, like now they are crying about the reduction, but also they are also very careful. Can another government come? I lose what I'm getting in the routine of my everyday. So that's what I'm telling you. It's very tricky. And the sitting president, he is listening. The more you make noise, like Gachagua making a lot of noise he is making, even if the people he is with opposition, they are very happy with Gachagua. Why? Open the way. Open the way. You might put the tarmac in the road, but you not use that road.
Yeah, but it has happened in Liberia.
Right.
It has happened in Botswana. It has happened in
unseating a president.
Yeah, unseating. I think about 6 countries in Africa have unseated a sitting president. You know, there's a new dynamic. There's a new dynamic here that is unknown. The Gen Z dynamic. You know, currently I'm also vying in Mumias West for Member of Parliament, right? So I'm always on the ground. I'm always talking to youth and people. Yeah? And the people there, Mumias West is just one of the many constituencies. But now
how many voters are there?
They knew about 53,000.
Okay.
But that new dynamic, you can feel it when you're on the ground. Because I vied also in 2017, it was not the same as it is now. Yeah? Now the interest among the youth is very, very high. I don't know whether it came from the finance bill of 2024 and then these demos, but something has triggered them.
No, I think it's the living. It's the living.
The cost of living.
The cost of living. Something has triggered the interest.
But Dr. You know what you're saying. I actually agree with you. And it is factual, and there are those who conduct research into these matters. They have said it is so. The thing that I find still puzzling is these numbers, and they are vast, whether they, one, will follow the trajectory that we followed in our politics, and they'll follow parties that align with their tribes, one, whether they'll register and get IDs and register to actually vote.
Yes.
And whether they will actually vote.
Vote.
You see? Everything you say is not in doubt. But whether they will, because if they do vote, there will be changes. But you see, the changes will not be new. If you look at the turnover of members of parliament in this country, it tells you we change. We want change. You can see. The attrition is something like almost 70%. Now, whether they will elect the sort of people whom they say they want to see as leaders is yet to be seen, because this group is not tested. We've not had a political situation where the things they say have been tested and we can say these people mean what they say.
Let me ask Daktari a question.
Yes.
Because you have said you have vied.
I'm vied and I'm vying.
And you are
so I can
vying.
compare the two experiences.
The two, I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether you have gone across, because even myself, I've been in that politics. You get, especially the 2022, you get people near the polling station, especially young people. They are staying in the group of 20, 30 somewhere. And it's almost the closing time of voting. You think that's the time they would go there. But they trap you and tell you, we are here, we have not voted. Can you give us our
I've seen that.
money? You have seen that? Give us money, we go and
Vote.
we go and vote. Those are the things we are saying. This is still young people if we are not careful. I'm not saying maybe from town or I don't know, but I'm saying Mashambani, where I've been myself buying. You get them 10 or 20 and they tell you, we are here, come. Actually, they say corners because they are fearing the police corners, and they will just, when you come, you know, as a candidate, you are allowed to go everywhere. For the polling station was going. Then they will tell you, come. We are here, we have 40 votes here. What are you going to give? And they'll negotiate. They'll tell you, no, we want this amount. We negotiate. When you give them, even you don't know whether they are going. Some they might vote for you, and some will not vote
at all.
And some you have not shown them. You have not asked them because they are security. You can't ask them. Let me see your ID. That now it will be bribe as a candidate. You see asking them like that. So you just trust them. Oh, you have said your vote. Yes. Where is it? It's here in the pocket. We are going to vote for you. So these things, we hope, as the Daktari is saying and also the professor is saying, if God can help us to change and to get the right people without corruption, let me tell you, that's why my seat went. I never used to give money. No.
Okay.
Me giving money or transporting people. No. I have 5 wards. If I go in this ward, I don't carry people to go in the other ward to be seen a number as they are doing now, people.
Right.
No. I just go and deal with that ward the way it is and the people of that ward. And that's why I was getting quite a good vote. The first time I got 51,000.
Yes.
300 and something. That's the first time. The second, I got 60,635 and 50. You can see that addition. It was meaning a lot. But when the money came,
the money culture,
and you know the money also sold Jesus. So we must be very careful, my brother. If you are buying.
It's tough. Money. The money culture is very tough. Yeah, because people expect when you just land, they are going to get something.
But you see, this is the dichotomy. The Gen Z have spoken things that give us the impression that they are what you call their base and their understanding has to do with issues. When you tell us you are tribeless, leaderless, and so forth, you're telling us we don't want that politics. What we want is we want an issue-based what? Campaign. Now, if we are talking about the same group of people who then want money for them to act, then I'm afraid everything that they've been telling us, if we take it, then we cannot take it seriously.
Yes.
Because if they are issue-based, they will be challenging you on what it is your manifesto is about. That group that Mheshimiwa is talking about will be asking you, tell us what it is that you plan to do. Not how much are you going to give us. And tell us how you are going to do it. Or they would have formed into groups where instead of waiting for the day of the election, long before, they say, look, this ward has 4 groups of youths. We want to invite you on this day to come and tell us what it is you want to do. Okay? The others will tell you when. That way, the communication is clear. These people want to understand what you want to do. But do you see that happening?
That's where there is a big problem. And let me tell you what Kikuyus are saying about Raila Odinga. Now, you know they gave him vote 800. They gave him 800.
Yeah, 800K.
Yeah.
Okay.
They gave him Central. They gave him, because I've told you he has followers also there.
Yeah.
But now I met some group somewhere. A big group of business people and also opinion people. They were saying, hata afadhali demonstration ile ilikuwa ya Raila. Hiyo ilikuwa haidamage vitu yetu vile hii sasa ina damage. Yeah, they're saying it's better demonstration. Raila alitoka opposition kwa nini? Kwa sababu wakati alikuweko demonstration ya watu yake ya ODM ilikuwa haiharibu mali yetu vile imeharibiwa. And again it was maybe only Nairobi. But now they are saying this one have extended. Even Central supermarket
31 counties.
That one counties. Nasema if it's Raila, we respect him. Yake ikukuwa inaharibia si nini? That's why I'm telling you there will be a lot of
So
changes
they're blaming
now.
who now?
Yeah?
Who are they blaming?
Well, they are saying, in one way or the other, they are commenting saying, if Raila was still in the opposition, angawachia hawa watu. Najua now there is a vacuum kwa opposition. If Raila was there, let me tell you, this mzee knew how to control.
So essentially, they are saying that they want Raila to remain in the opposition.
No, you see, to their thinking, they're not saying
Yeah,
that way,
kind of.
but what they are saying, it was better.
It was better.
It was better because their property was not being
Destroyed.
damaged. You know, the thinking of the people is different.
Mheshimiwa, this one I have to ask you because you are a plain speaking man and you're an honest man. Why is it that when we talk about our elections, the people of Lima speak well of Raila,
Yes.
but when it comes to voting, they do not vote? Why?
Let me tell you what I think about. Unajua, ukiweka sumu sana kwa mtu kutoa ni ngumu. Hii sumu ilikuja tangu siku ya Kenyatta, sumu. Ikaingia sumu hii. Alafu, Kenyatta akaona hii kitu. Unajua ilifika pahali, people walikuwa na sympathy ya Raila.
Yes.
Kina JM na wengine wengi.
Yes.
They started now again not agreeing with Kenyatta. And when he saw that, he was a clever person and he knows what can tie Kikuyus. 1969, tukapelekwa kula kiapo. And Kikuyus fears that thing very much. I was taking it there when I was young. I didn't know even now what was
What it
going.
was, yes.
But I cannot tell you because you are not my tribe to tell you what happens.
Yes. That's part of the secret.
That's a part of a secret.
Yes.
But you see, he saw that they are going.
He saw.
He saw that they are going. So he trapped them on...
69, that is the time after Mboya had been killed.
Exactly.
Okay.
Sasa akaita hao akapea hao kiapo. And it was very serious because even some people have been killed there.
Yes.
If you are seeing funny or saying something different, what they're asking you not to say, and there was some instructions which was been given. He saw Kikuyus also, they were changing because of democratic rights. Yao. And also they were bitter and they were supporting now also Raila Odinga because they were saying mashamba.
It was Jaramogi then.
Jaramogi.
Yes.
Jaramogi tulikubaliana and we support him mashamba iwe nini? Si ya kununua ni free.
Yes.
Lakini Kenyatta alipokuja hapo Nakuru Midland, wakampea nafasi ya kwenda kuongea na
Wazungu.
na wazungu. When they talked with wazungu inside there, they convinced him. Hii mashamba sasa unajua there's a way. Ukisema hii mashamba hii watu wachukue free. Sasa Britain na ndio ilikuwa ikiongoza hapa ikisaidia itakusaidia and there will be a lot of crashes, itakuwa na shida mingi sana. So what we do, we are going to give you money. We have talked with the England people.
Yep.
We are going to give you money to buy those shambas. Then you settle your people. And that money is going to come from us. That's why it was made SFT, settlement scheme.
Okay.
The government was given money to buy those shambas. They settle the people whom they want to settle. Then Kenyatta said, one, here is coming money. He's a businessman. Here is coming money. Here is coming opportunity, all these lands for me to say who get where. And when he came out from that meeting, he said, hakuna chabuli. Hapo ndio walipitana na Raila sasa na Odinga. Jaramogi kabisa. Wakapitana wapi? So Kikuyu Mau fighters,
Yes.
they were still with him saying what Raila was saying, it was what they wanted. Hii mashamba hakuna haja ya kununua, ni mashamba
yetu.
Ni mashamba yetu. So you see they had that clash, lakini katikati hapa kiapo ikakuja katikati ikaleta confusion. So hiyo as you have asked me, hiyo kaugonjwa Kaugonjwa hiyo kamekuweko. But now they might prove that Raila was right when he's already old. But because like now, some of us, we are happy for him being in the government because it is stable. Government is stable. And we also feeling the other side, he was on the other side, he could have raised the things without destruction of the things. So he's somebody who is fitting on many areas where he can control, but don't underrate Raila in this Kenya. Don't underrate him. He is a mzee, and even now, si wazee wengi wamfikisha hiyo miaka, wataweza kufanya instruction ile anafanya na kufanya mikutano, but he is still doing it. And you see, he is praising people. You see the problem which we had with Gachagua, it's about himself. Yes. But you see later, it is himself and his people. It is himself and his people. And again, it doesn't go even wakita at tribalism at Nyanza. No. The city got 6 of ministers. He gives everywhere. I think he only got 2. Ingine akapeana Joho, akapeana wapi, alipeana. So hiyo seat to fit the party. And that's why you see, the only party, because I was in Kanu.
Yes.
The only party which in a survive, the ODM. Why? Kenyatta went to the Kanu, he survived his term. Moi went to his Kanu, survived his term. From there, no one party can make the government. If you look at the ones who are there, who have changed about 4 times, Ruto have changed about 7 times. People are changing. You know. And you see, Raila Odinga, he knows how kutunza chama yake. Why? It goes in the ground. Inafanya uchaguzi kwa ground. He talks with the people, akikaa kidogo, anaenda Nyanza, anaenda Mombasa, anaenda pahali ingine, anakuja Nairobi, talking about the party. You see why we are having a lot of problem now with the government we have now. You know, you need people to defend you. And people to defend you, if you have strong party, people will be defending you through the structure of the party. But you see, you can see like now where we are, I left to UDA, many people, it is vague. It doesn't have the people kufanya nini?
Yeah.
Moi used to do this because I have a big experience with Moi. Ikikuja demonstration ama walimu ama ni kuna shida nini na nini mambo mingi nasumbua zaidi na ma demonstration ananiita Nakuru akikuja. Na asemi tafuta Ngujiri. Abana anapita tu kwa control. Na hii kijana nani ameona sasa wanajua natakikana. Naenda anapita story mbali. Anakuambia sasa unaona walimu nini demonstration basi. Mkataa kuchunga nchi yenu. Hii county yako kataa kuchunga basi. He has just told you that, not to do anything, but he have told you that. Na anapewa pesa. Sharifu Nasir, nafanya mna hiyo. Kamo the other person. Anarudi anaenda anashika media. He spend money anashika media kabisa. Sasa, that day maybe is that week. And we know after that week, now we have to do the statement now on Friday or Saturday. That's what we used to do. So, he organized the issue which was fighting with finance or something.
Yes.
Kimani Ngunjiri Nakuru said, chairman of Kano. Sharifu Nasir said. Kamodo said, so and so said. Muli Motisia said. Are you saying inafuatana kwa media? Inafuatana kwa media. So inaonekana chama inafanya nini? Inamtetea. The person who is left with that structure is Raila Odinga.
Okay.
Because he maintains his party. Even I don't know, but maybe you can tell us. I don't know whether it's the truth. I was told, Sivuna... I think he was told when from rumors. I don't know. You can tell us.
Yeah.
And don't defend because you are on that side of but as the truth. When the head neck was told, there are 2 things: you support both system, or you resign. I don't know, but there was rumors.
There was something like that,
and also confirm if Baba buys the media.
You know, there was something like that, like Sifuna resigning. But you even had him the other day in where was he? Was somewhere in Western? The other day saying that he will remain Secretary General.
Yeah.
But if ODM takes an official position that they are going to support Ruto in 2027, he will resign.
Yes, he did say
He was
that.
very loud
He
and
said that.
specific. You will resign.
But Professor, I've just told you, these are the cards you never know.
But you also look at the other side of
Yes,
ODM,
yes.
the one that is actually telling him go, 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 and they're even grooming people already. They have mentioned some names. Jared Okello says he has very good English, better than even Sifuna. He's ready to be Secretary General.
Do you remember the time when we had the story of Men in Black at KICC? Do you remember?
Yes,
The bombers.
yes,
Just what happened? ODM were having an election. Is that not so?
it was.
Ababu Namwamba, Joe, and some people assumed that they were in a position now to enact a
Because
coup
they had following.
within the party.
Yeah,
Then the Men in Black did their thing, isn't it?
yeah.
It is the first time I've seen tables flying. Okay.
yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Na kina Mwaura.
Yes. It ended. Here we are today. What am I trying to say? With the politics of this country, can we trust the optics that we see and the words that we hear politicians uttering to be the absolute truth of anything?
No, but you must also accept that fighting in political parties is real.
It is real.
And
It
it's
is
health.
real.
And it is health.
It
And
is
it's
real.
healthy.
I agree.
And
completely.
sometimes it can go overboard, and sometimes it can be contained. That is why Mheshimiwa amesema it's only ODM which has outlived those fights. But many other parties, look at UDA now, UDA. It is depleted because of internal struggle, power struggle. So probably in ODM they know how to contain that power struggle. But the new dynamic is that there are so many parties now being formed and people are positioning themselves. You know, like in Nairobi, where Sifuna is the senator. A lot of people believe that Sifuna can be senator not only on ODM in Nairobi. He can be senator on any other party.
In this Nairobi that we are
In this
on,
Nairobi,
really, if he leaves ODM, that he has a high chance of being.
he can be elected.
And who is going to elect him?
Last time he was elected by ODM, the Luya community, the two communities, right?
Actually, if you look at the voting patterns of Nairobi, just ask who are the big tribes in Nairobi.
Yes.
How do they vote? Okay? And the answer will be there. So, if he leaves ODM, that's a question I'm asking. Hypothetically, who is going to vote for him? That's what I'm asking.
The big group.
How was Sakaja voted for? Was he in ODM?
No, Sakaja was not in ODM. Sakaja was a government project.
Yes.
And ODM had a candidate.
ODM, no.
No, Azimio.
Azimio had a candidate, but Sakaja was a government project.
That is true.
Okay? And when you're a government project in a place like Nairobi, the likelihood of you winning is very, very high. Because the very deals we're talking about, you don't know the negotiation that takes place as to let's do this and let's agree here. You may assume that an ODM candidate lost that particular seat or did not get the seat. But that may not be the truth. The political negotiations that take place, when you look at the history of this country and you're told by people who are there of what actually happened, you hold your head and said, oh, so that's what actually happened. What you're seeing is not necessarily what happened. For instance, if you ask me, had Tim Wanyonyi stood, Tim Wanyonyi could have won that seat.
Yeah. That is what we believe.
Yes. No, it's what I believe also.
Yeah.
He could have won it. Why did he not stand? Because he was told not to stand. Now, I'm not saying because I guess. I'm saying this because he said this on air when he was interviewed. Okay?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'm simply saying what we don't know about the negotiations that took place that made Tim Wanyonyi withdraw from the race. And yes, he was a front runner.
Now he wants to run in Kakamega, right? Or is it
He was running in Bungoma.
He comes
Bungoma,
from
right.
Bungoma.
Then you hear something about. So anyway, he feels good about himself as Secretary General, and he feels it's attractive to anybody.
You think so?
So let's wait and see. Then you ask about whether Raila bribes media. I think working on media for any political party is natural. Yeah. If you don't work on media, don't think they'll come for you. Media has become a project of politics.
Okay.
Yeah. So you find that many political parties normally have a budget for media.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't expect ODM, as strong as it is, as big as it is, not to be working on media sometimes. I think they do all the time.
All right.
It is just natural in politics.
Ushasema.
But if he works in the media, on the way you are saying, maybe others, but not this media. This media,
We are yet to meet him.
we are not asked anything, and we are here. So it is not all the media.
What was happening in the last election?
Yeah.
Mheshimiwa, just look at what happened in the last election. People believe that royal media was behind Azimio or Raila.
No. People believe that the person who owns Royal Media
Macharia.
was supporting.
Yes.
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 And
And,
does
and he
it
was
put-
openly.
does it
He
put-
was also openly.
Yeah, and he puts in the resources.
No, he did.
Yeah.
He
did.
said openly, you know, as a Kenyans, even if you are in the media, you must be where you belong also, and what you think. And we have seen that in the media. That's what you see some, like now my brother here is just very neutral. But you see some people pretending you can weigh and see.
This one.
Go to this side and this go to this side.
You can tell the
And
color of the
now,
blood.
as citizen, as he's saying, it's a big media.
It's big.
I don't know
It's
whether
big.
it's
It's big.
station, I don't know, 14
It's big.
or 15.
It's big.
So if the
Big.
boss says,
Yeah.
or you see your boss where he is, you want to protect your job. So
Look,
definitely
gentlemen,
you try to.
Yeah. We shall have a day where we shall talk about the role of media,
Yes.
in
Yes.
politics, and I think it's an important
Yeah,
conversation.
very important.
Because at the end of the day, like the media houses we are mentioning here, they are quite big and they have quite a big reach and they're very influential. So, I mean, it's not a conversation we can run away from.
Yes.
All right. So we have about what? Hata wakati umeisha. I think in conclusion, maybe Mheshimiwa, you can just let us know whether, number one, I know perhaps you might be wanting to run for your MP position again. Is that something we should look forward to?
Yeah, well, there is. I'm a bit stranded somewhere.
Right.
Because our people in the constituency really want me, and they want to prove that they don't know where their votes went.
Okay.
So they are saying they want to vote and stand for their vote. And I want to tell you, there's one thing.
Yes.
If you come as a stranger in the constituency or somewhere, you bribe people or you buy land. I'll give you like your Karao, somebody came, bought a land. He was working with the bank. And when he bought land, a big land, I think he has stolen enough money. And he had put flowers,
Yeah.
mingi. Hii nini inafanyagwa ya maua. Now, you know, maua inakuwa na workers wengi sana.
Yeah.
So the time of nomination, because that time was Kanu. He told his workers, you're not going to work today, but I'm going to pay you double. But all of you go for
Nomination.
to nominate me.
Yeah.
You see, he went and he succeeded that way.
Yes.
But later, people started thinking, hey, who is this person? He came with money. He's not from here. He made us elect him. And he's not from here. You know, the repercussion was very bad.
Okay.
Very bad for him. After people realized, even when you steal, when people realize you have stolen the vote, the reaction is very bad. So, and also people are pushing me in Nakuru so much, and maybe you can weigh and listen to the people.
Right.
Because of being that I preach peace, I've been putting the people together. I'm born there. The Kalonzo community and the other tribes are in the other areas. They are saying, no, we don't want you to go in the constituency because you always help us, all of us, for peace. We want you to go to the senator.
Okay.
To the Senate. So, I don't know, but my stand up to now, it is just a constituency.
Okay.
Because you can lead from anywhere. And because I have a party called the Future Party, Tuvuka Pamoja, it's our party with the other people.
All right.
I would like to have less job and also maybe constraint
Okay.
with also selling my party.
All right.
You know, the work of Senate, just...
Mheshimiwa nitanyongwa, time imeisha.
Basi nashukuru for the first time
Yes.
kukuja hapa.
Okay.
And this is not the last.
Yes. No, we welcome you again
I've
and again.
seen these guys can be a very good friend. We can advise
Yeah.
him.
I'm also buying, so.
All right, so gentlemen,
we are all fine.
unfortunately that's the time we had.
Yeah, thank you.
Festo, tafadhali kuja utupatie manifesto sasa yako ya kule. Umesema ni which north?
Mumias
Mumias, Mumias West.
Yeah.
Sawa sawa.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa, for coming through. Thank you very much, Daktari, for coming through.